Hello, it's Mrs. Babber here. Welcome Year 3, and I'm going to be explaining what you are going to be doing this week in English. Then we're going to look at a PowerPoint on punctuating speech. So this week, the first 3 days, you're going to be looking at 2 Greek myths, King Midas and the donkey's ears, and King Midas and the golden touch. And you're going to be doing different activities, reading the stories, doing some comprehension work on it, and writing a conversation. So you're going to need to be able to use direct speech. Then later on in the week, you're going to be looking at some reviews and opinions of the Harry Potter studio tour. And you're going to be commenting on your own ideas and thoughts about the Harry Potter studio. And also you're going to be writing your own review on something that you've done a day out. So I know that is a little bit difficult at the moment, but you could maybe think about the time that we went to Outdoor Element and learnt about the Stone Age. Okay, so let's go on to the PowerPoint now, which is looking at direct speech. So I'm just going to share that screen with you now. Right, so as you can see, the characters are from the Greek myth, which is King Midas and the donkey's ears. So we've got Apollo on the left and King Midas on the right. And you can see that both of them are speaking, and the speech is put in speech bubbles. So I'm going to read it to you. What do you remember about writing speech? I'm too busy listening to Pan's amazing music for that. So you can see that the speech bubbles take up quite a lot of room. So during this PowerPoint, I'm going to be showing you how to write speech using inverted commas. We can also call these inverted commas, another name for them is speech marks. So let's have a look if we can spot the direct speech, and the examples are from the story of King Midas. So I'm going to read these sentences to you, and I want you to see if you can see where the direct speech is, the words that are actually being spoken. There is something wrong with your ears if you think Pan's music is better than mine. Nothing wrong with my ears, said foolish King Midas. Oh no, well, we can soon change that. When he got home, Midas's ears were itching. He had brown and pink donkey's ears. So you can see that the words that are being spoken are being hugged by the inverted commas, the speech marks. Okay, so you can see here and here, and then on the next one. Okay, and I'm going to highlight the words that are being spoken now in blue for you to see. If you'd like, you can now stop the video and you can read those using expression. Make sure you read them out aloud. Well done, Year 3, if you managed to read those sentences using expression. So, punctuating speech. So I'm going to show you the speech bubbles, and inside the speech bubbles, it shows you what the person is saying. So, King Midas, Pan was better. So they are the words that he's actually has spoken. They are the direct speech. But as I mentioned before, the speech bubble takes up too much room if we were to always write them in speech bubbles. So we can change the speech bubbles. We can take the words out of the speech bubbles, and we can put inverted commas or speech marks around them, so they hug the actual words that are being spoken. You can see where the arrows are. You can see the speech marks or the inverted commas. Also, we need to write who's saying the words. So this is known as the reporting clause. And you can see on the PowerPoint that it's in purple. Okay, so the reported clause is confirmed King Midas. That's who spoke the words. So when we're punctuating speech, we need to include capital letters, and capital letters always go at the beginning of the direct speech, even if it's in the middle of the sentence. Let's have a look at the sentences. You can see here that the words that are actually being spoken are in green. You just don't play as well as Pan. And what is wrong with you? So these are the words spoken, and you can see that the letters underlined, the Y in you and the W in what, they've got a capital letter because it's the beginning of the speech. Right, we also need to look at commas separating clauses. So we've got direct speech and the reporting clause, and they're usually separated by a comma. So we've got the two sentences below, and we can see that in the first sentence, the direct speech is first, and we've got a comma after it. And in the second, the reported speech the reported clause is first, and it has a comma after it. And then it is always followed by inverted commas or speech marks. So the comma is always placed after the first clause. You can see where the arrows are, and the speech marks follow the comma. Okay, when we're punctuating speech, sometimes the speech needs an exclamation mark or a question mark. So if the speech ends in either an exclamation mark or a question mark, we do not need to put the comma after the speech. So if someone is asking a question, or someone is shouting or is excited, then we need the exclamation mark, the question mark, instead of the comma. So if we have a look at the examples, we can see, use your ears, Midas, shouted Apollo. He's got an exclamation mark instead of the comma. What did you say, Apollo? King Midas teased. Again, instead of the comma, it's a question mark because he's asking a question. And these punctuation marks are inside the inverted commas, inside the speech marks, because they are part of what is being said. Now, when we've got speech, we can have a lot of people speaking all at once. And to make it clearer, every time a new person speaks, we start a new line. So here we can see that there are the speech bubbles again. We've got Apollo and King Midas speaking, and they're on in different speech bubbles. So just like we would have words in different speech bubbles when the people are speaking, we have each speaker on a new line. So you can see in the first sentence that Apollo is speaking, in the second sentence, King Midas, and in the third sentence, it's Apollo again. So each one is on a new line. And this makes it clearer. So, what are the rules? We're going to look at all the rules now, and this will help you with your speech when you come to do your work. So, hook the words spoken with speech marks or inverted commas. Start the speaker's word with a capital letter. Separate the speech and reporting clause with a comma. Start a new line to show the speaker has changed. So if you now pause the video and read through those 4 rules to help you understand what they are. Good, well done Year 3. If you've read through those and you've understood them. So here on the left, just to go over again what we've said, I look like a complete idiot is in a speech bubble. And to put it into a sentence with inverted commas, the inverted commas need to hug what is being spoken. I look like a complete idiot. And the comma goes after the first clause, said King Midas. Don't forget the full stop at the end. Okay, so using this example above and thinking about all the rules, I want you to have a go at trying to punctuate this sentence. I am going to need a bigger hat. So think about what comes after the sentence and who is saying the sentence. King Midas. I want you to pause the video and have a go at writing that sentence using punctuation marks, using the inverted commas. Okay, well done. Let's have a look at the answers. So you could have done it 2 ways. You could have either said, I am going to need a bigger hat, exclaimed King Midas. So you could put the direct speech at the beginning. Or you could have said, King Midas exclaimed, I am going to need a bigger hat. So the reported clause could have been at the beginning. Okay? You could have had different words to exclaimed. You could have had shouted or screamed. So any words that show that somebody is so that we know that we need an exclamation mark at the end. Okay, well done. That's the end of the PowerPoint. So well done Year 3. Hopefully you now know how to include punctuation when you're punctuating direct speech. So good luck with your work this week and I will see you soon. Bye.